Skeleton School. Today we are talking about the Cup Series, which is actually how you gain points to go to the Olympics. Now, if you're unfamiliar with skeleton athletes, these are the professional penguins of the Olympic world, if you will. They run pushing their sled and they jump on and ride down the track of ice face down, head first at over 80 miles an hour. Does that sound like something you would want to do? So in order to go to the Olympics, there is not just one qualification race where they take the top 3 or 4 athletes who had the fastest times of the day. The athletes are required to gain points over a season, and to do that, they race in different circuits. Before we get into the weeds here, I should say this year is a little bit skewed because it is an Olympic year, so I believe the season is normally spread out, but it's truncated a little bit because the games are going to happen in February. Anyway, now there are 4 circuits for skeleton athletes. The first is the North American Cup, and it is called the North American Cup because it is 3 tracks in North America: Lake Placid, New York, Park City, Utah, and Whistler, Canada. Even though there are only 3 tracks, there are 4 stops on the North American Cup, so every single year, one of the tracks gets used twice. This is the race circuit that my little sister is currently on. The next circuit is the Europe Cup, which similarly is named because they are all tracks in Europe. From my understanding, the Europe Cup typically has about 5 stops in a season. The highest ranking circuit is World Cup and is raced over a series of about 10 weeks. This year, the World Cup locations are Italy, Austria, Norway, Latvia, Switzerland, and 2 stops in Germany. Now, I know that's really Europe heavy this year. Last year, it was a little bit more spread out with races in Korea, China, 2 in Germany, Latvia, Switzerland, and Lake Placid, New York. Now, how do they choose the tracks? I don't know. They don't consult me. The last Cup circuit is the Asian Cup, which actually typically Team USA doesn't send their athletes to. This year is the exception because we have 1 woman skeleton athlete competing in the Asian Cup. This year, those races are being held in South Korea and China. A standard breakdown for these racing circuits is 2 races on each track on consecutive days. However, for the Asian Cup, it's a little bit different because they do 2 sets of races per location. So a schedule might look like training, 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 race, race, training, 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 race, race. Now, depending where you are in the USA athlete pipeline, you might get a little bit of financial support, but for the most part, these athletes are paying for all of this by themselves. So imagine how expensive it is to go out and compete on these circuits for 2 to 3 months at a time. And let me tell you, these athletes are busy on their day to day. There's no time to do practically anything else other than wake up, make sure your body's good, go to training or to your race day, recover, get some food in your system, and then hit the sack. It's wild.